Good afternoon. We're here again for another episode of 30 for 30. Today, with my friend Stormborn, I'm gonna talk about livening up a horse. So yesterday, I remember talking about, no, the day before yesterday, sorry. I remember talking about moving a horse out a little bit faster as we were leading them. And I just noticed that I never spoke about it while we are driving them and doing our little dance. So I'll see what someone says about it, and if we can give some tips. Can we? Yeah. Okay. So first of all, try to think the exact speed you want your horse to go, or try to have a goal inside you. The second thing that is very important for me to understand in us is, how do I raise my energy? What do I have to do with my inner self, with my spirit, to raise my energy? Because I can do a lot of physical stuff, which, yes, for those that never did it before, and if you never interacted with a horse before, or if things go that in a way that you are not being inside in your inner self, very connected to what your brain wants to do, you can do some of the physical things. But if you can not do it and just having it done by your inside, then we are more successful. Because horses follow a feel, and not just a direct feel, like it could be me raising my hand, but even like an indirect feel, like in this case, I'm thinking about Stormborn going backwards. He isn't. Therefore, I'll have to do something more physical. Now I step in with the same energy and see if he picks up anything. Good, this time he did. So now he was following more of an indirect feel. And that also, it is for speeding up horses and slowing them down. I can't expect my horse to pick up a pace if I'm dead inside, right? So try to think what makes your energy increasing. Is it making a big breath inside and making yourself bigger? Or someone said about thinking about pumping your blood faster. Someone else said about squeezing your stomach. Someone said to make yourself feeling taller in your legs. Think about when was the last time when you can realize that your energy increased. What happened? What were you doing? And sometimes you can also do silly exercises, like in front of the mirror. You think about what's something that raises up your energy, and you see your facial expression in front of that mirror. Or think about something like that is really making you happy and doing it in front of that mirror. Because horses, when you are really happy, horses feels it when you're happy about them doing something right. So think about those moments where maybe you were really, really happy about something. And that's the type of energy that you want to transmit to your horse when he does something right. So, okay, I don't want to talk too much about just all these. Maybe someone finds them too philosophical and boring, but for me, we're a little bit bored to mention them. So I'll go back to my livening up a horse. I'll see what Stormborn says, because every horse is different from the others. So you see here, he's pretty doesn't have much life on the surface. Now it's better, but he started off quite, fair enough. He was sitting here looking in front of the camera for a while, so he wasn't so responsive. Now let's see how he is now. And I can think 3, 2, 1, good. My 3, 2, 1, where in case he wouldn't have done anything, I would have had to do something to create that movement. So let's say your horse is maybe more experienced than him. Now I give him another chance, and that's what you could do. He started to think about going. He's not listening. So I go, I'll tap and go. But maybe now he will listen a little bit better, but I didn't like to whack him, right? So I'll release, I'll stop his feet, and I'll try this again. 3, 2, 1, better. A little bit too far away from me. It was a little bit too close, so I wanted a little bit farther. Now let's say I wanted to live him up and send him a little bit faster. Think about raising your energy. Bring it up. If it helps, raise up your direction hand. If nothing happens, do something with your driving hand. It's like you're saying boo to someone, but you're not kidding. So let's see again. 3, 2, 1. Go faster. You're late. What? Yeah. Let's go the other side. Now I broke his hindquarters over because as he sped up, he also tried to drag me a little bit. So let's try it again. 3, 2, 1. Go. But don't drag me. But I'll try that again. I was just trying to fix with him and not just to talk. That's a good part of working with horses. I don't want him to just thinking about, should I go faster? So maybe now he's ready. 3, 2, 1, there. When I said 3, 2, 1, it's both for him to think about it and for you guys, so you realize that there is something that I'm going to ask my horse. We have horses that are a little bit more refined here, and I have a little mare. She is super responsive, and sometimes when students look at me, they're like, oh, you didn't do anything. It's like, I did. It's just that whatever I would have done that you could have seen it, it would have been too much for the horse in that moment. Now with him, it's great because he's green enough that everybody can see it. So I wasn't whacking him the last time, but he didn't even follow, he wasn't really following an indirect feel. It was more following a direct feel without going into a plan B that was a little bit rougher. So we'll see if it gets any better, because I just gave him a little break there. Let's try that again. I squeeze my stomach, pump my blood faster. There you go, and he sped up. Although I'm aware, I also raised this hand, and because I followed through before, he's like, no, I don't need to be whacked. So let's see without raising that. Think about being bigger, and you see that he's already speeding up. Now I don't want him here to just stop his speed that he's pooping. So I raise up my energy. There. I raise up. There. Good. I'll change direction. something that just came into my mind. Good boy. Yeah. 4 horses that are just there to make a little change into speeding up, and you don't want to whack them because they're so close to make that. I found like, just for myself, I don't know if you, but tried it out at home. After you do the changing of direction from hind to front, right after they take the front quarters, speed them up. And that, who taught me that? That's right. My rescue thoroughbred, if I would have asked her to speed up on a normal circle, she would have bolted forward. But as I was asking her to do that right after the front quarters and the changing of direction, she wasn't overthinking about the speeding up. So she turned around and picked up a trot without tossing her head up and having a little drama inside her. And the same thing, differently, but the same thing helped me out with a lot of other horses that are almost there to go into the trot without being whacked, but they're not there without any help. So that helps a little bit for some reason. I'll demonstrate this real quick.